Hello there, I am Nazara from Habitual Evolution for Positive Change. This is the first in a series of videos I'm going to put out in an attempt to try to make people more health conscious. I'm not trying to sell you anything, I simply want you to be a healthier person. So we've been raised in a society that, starting out from very early, has wanted us to be very good consumers. Unfortunately, what comes with this is a lack of caring about human health. Basically, we're marketed products that will tantalize every taste bud in our mouth. But in addition, what they are doing is they are actually kind of singeing our taste buds. So when we go to eat very healthy food, we taste bland cardboard. They don't want us eating whole foods. They want us eating their prepackaged, easy, grab-and-go garbage, basically. So, and it's really funny because my father recently came out. I live across the country from him, and I was so excited. I thought, I am going to cook this man healthy food. He, and have it taste good. He ate it, and it was just like cardboard to him. It was really funny, in a very sad way. And that's because his mouth has been so trained to cheeses and, sugars and, overly salted food, high fructose corn syrup, all of that garbo, that he could not even taste the food. Well, my husband and I, we eat the same plate, and it's this magical explosion of flavor. And the reason for that is once you go, it's really hard to start going to the Whole Foods, but once you have been into Whole Foods for a very short amount of time, suddenly your taste buds start reforming and you can really enjoy simpler things, get more enjoyment out of them. So, yeah, that's the thing too, is that, a lot of times our parents are not very health conscious. My dad was all pot pies growing up. It took me till 29 years old to become food conscious. And I've been studying nutrition for about 2.5 years, fairly heavily over the last 1.5 years. And I've got to say, I don't know everything, but I do know a fair amount, and I would like to share that knowledge with you. So basically, we have become addicted to food. So now we have been in this routine for weeks and weeks and years and years and months and months. So what do we do to, you can't just throw addiction to the side. You can't just say, okay, I'm no longer addicted. What you have to do instead is to replace that spot in your mind. The spot in your mind where you sat on the couch for hours on end, shoving your face full of potato chips, now needs to be spent in a sort of meditative state, not to be all new agey on you, but basically just focusing on what you're doing. So you're preparing dinner, you're focusing on every little piece of food that you're preparing, you're prepping this stuff, you're cooking it, you're putting it in the fridge. And this is another problem for a busy lifestyle. I have 2 children and I work 7 days a week. So basically, on days off, a lot of times, I've got a baby too, so I've got a screaming child, I'm trying to cook dinner. What I have found works very well is to prepare food about 2 or 3 times a week and to put it in containers in the fridge, freezer, whatever, heat it up later. So you can just kind of grab and go, because I do understand that it is very taxing living in America. You have to basically work all the time unless you have a really good job. So, let's see if that's everything. Oh, okay, yeah, there was one more thing. Do not fall for these fads on the television. Some of the most ridiculous stuff I've ever heard about losing weight. You take a pill and then you sit around and the weight just burns off. Or what are those silly those things that go over your stomach and cause contractions that make your stomach get into shape? That is absolutely ridiculous. And I think the best one I heard ever was you sprinkle it on your food and then suddenly you'll lose weight. It is very, very easy to lose weight. You simply eat healthier and you move your body. You don't need to spend money. Personally, I bought an exercise bike. My husband and I have a fair amount of equipment. But you don't have to have that stuff. You have a jump rope, you've got your legs. Some weights would be kind of nice, but you can still do push-ups and stuff like that. So this does not cost money, and the only thing you should be spending money on is whole foods, whole organic foods. So I think that's about it. I've got some recipes coming out soon for you guys. I just want to show you I'm not one to stick to recipes. I think that you should have a fair amount of ingredients in your kitchen, just sitting around that you can just kind of grab and throw together. One of the things I've been really advocating lately is the kitchen, I believe it's called kitchen sink soup, where you kind of at the end of the week throw everything together. Because people really, they're like, oh, organic foods are really expensive. They're more expensive than other foods. When you start becoming cognitive and thinking consciously about eating, if you eat every single bite of what you buy and you're not throwing stuff out in the garbage, it isn't more expensive. And that's what this is all about. This is about becoming conscious of your surroundings, and thinking about what you're doing and becoming accountable for what you're doing. We're raised to blame others. Really, we are. I have, everyone wants to make excuses for why they're overweight. Everyone wants to make excuses for why they're miserable. It is time to take control of your own life, and it's totally doable. So, I'm here for you guys. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. Otherwise, I've got my camera set up now. Pretty excited about that. I just got that done tonight, so I'll be talking to you soon. You guys have a great night. Deuces.